Plunged into obscurity. Colin Brackett used to be somebody. Once upon a time, he'd been one of America's most respected investigative journalists, the kind who toppled senators, exposed corruption, and got invited onto serious news programs to explain how he'd uncovered the truth. He'd been a Pulitzer contender. He'd worn suits. He'd had a wife. He'd had a future. Now he wrote for the National Plunger, a trash tabloid with a motto printed proudly above the reception desk: "Unclogging the toilet of truth." The office smelled faintly of old carpet and microwave burritos. The lights buzzed, the chairs wobbled, the pay was sporadic, the respect was non-existent. Colin dropped a new story onto his editor's desk. The headline he'd written was clean, factual. "Strange lights over Route 19. Witnesses report unidentified craft." The editor didn't even read it. He barked a laugh and rewrote it in thick marker. "Alien baby shower over Route 19. Colin sighed. "That's not what happened." "Colin," the editor said, rubbing his temples, "you're not working for the Tribune anymore. Your Pulitzer days are long gone. This is the Plunger. We sell nonsense. We package nonsense. We live off nonsense." Colin didn't smile. The editor flipped through the pages. "Also, why can't you churn these out quicker? The others file 3 stories before lunch." "It's because they make shit up," Colin said. "That's why." The editor snorted. "Ha! And you don't? You're a joker." He gestured at Colin's coat pocket, where a bottleneck poked out. "You look like hell. Your wife left. You're writing those little space cowboy novels on the side just to make rent, and you still think you're the last honest man in journalism?" Colin's jaw tightened. "I don't make things up." "Sure you don't," the editor said. "Republicans peeling their human-skinned faces off behind closed doors. LSD found in your flat. Off your meds. You were a Pulitzer contender, Colin. Now you're clogging up the Plunger." "I have never touched LSD, and I was never on meds. That medical report was fabricated." "That's not what your own paper said," the editor replied. "And frankly, your current output doesn't help your case." He flashed an old edition at Colin. "Remember this one? The vampire stuntman? The guy you insisted had multiple lives? Even I balked at running that one." He held up the headline. "Immortal blood drinker jumps ravine." "You write fiction for fun, Colin. Don't pretend you're Woodward and Bernstein." Colin opened his mouth to argue, to explain that he did investigate, that he did chase leads, that he did tell the truth, but halfway through the sentence he stopped. What was the point? No one believed him. No one ever would. He gathered his coat and left the office without another word. The night was cool and quiet. Colin stepped into it like a man walking into a confession booth. He took a sip from the bottle in his pocket, winced, and started down the pavement. A tall, elegant figure stepped out from the alley beside the building. Colin froze. His first thought was simple and cold. "They've come to silence me." The figure approached with smooth, liquid grace. Its face was almost human, but the proportions were subtly wrong, too symmetrical, too calm, eyes blinking just a fraction too slowly. "Mr. Brackett," it said, voice warm and perfectly modulated. "You needn't be afraid." Colin swallowed. "Are you here to stop me?" "Oh no," the creature said, smiling faintly. "We like your work." He reached into its pocket and produced a small bottle of whiskey, the exact brand Colin kept in his pocket. "You sometimes uncover things even we didn't know about," it said, offering the bottle. "A rare talent." Colin didn't take it. He couldn't move. "But of course," the creature continued, "we must ensure no one believes you. If the public accepts even one truth, it becomes a slippery slope, and then the Lizardminati might be unveiled." It said the name casually, as if discussing weekend plans. Colin's breath shook. The creature leaned in slightly, lowering its voice. "And for what it's worth," it added, "I'm a great admirer of your space cowboy novels. The way you describe hyperspace dust storms, exquisite." Colin stared, stunned. "Keep digging, Mr. Brackett," the creature said. "Truth is important, as long as it looks like nonsense." It placed the whiskey gently into Colin's hand, gave him a courteous nod, and stepped back into the alley. The shadow swallowed it whole. Colin stood trembling, clutching the bottle.